So it's day 21 with the cat, and yesterday I dived right in. I actually did some filming, so I'm just looking at what I shot yesterday. It's filmed at Longreach, which is, you'll recall, is the airport in central Queensland. I filmed the engine failure and single engine circuit here. Well, once you dive in and film, it's very easy to break out of whatever plans you've made and just shoot all sorts that you're not going to use. It's very easy to shoot far too much. There's a great temptation to go for that perfect shot. You get obsessed with a particular shot. This is case in point really. This is one of the first shots I did. I mean, that's a very scenic shot. What you're getting there is it's the takeoff on runway 22. Remember, keeping the airport on our left, going to fail the right engine. And that's a gorgeous shot of the dirt runway passing behind the aircraft there. And then of course the airport buildings and the stationary, the Qantas aircraft there. But it's easy to get really hung up on how that looks. And I shot loads of goes at that. So what am I saying really? I can't advise you how to do this, but my experience in making these films is the less you shoot, the better in some ways, because the next phase is when I get to the editing of this into some coherent circuit. It's a nightmare just choosing. You try and create these enormously complicated edits with like 50 different angles of the takeoff and stuff, and in the end you always chuck it away. So there you go. Anyway, I've got this one, just a comparison. I don't know how this will show out on the video. That's the sort of choppy preview we get. I'll probably show you better quality if I show the original. It comes up in media player. That's a lot smoother and the resolution's a lot better. Got sound there as well, of course. So that's what I've been doing. I'm going for coverage really. I'm not sure if I've got coverage. You're probably flying a circuit in this, and the amount of talking I'm going to do, probably something like a minute and a half to 2 minutes of talking. I'm not really editing at this stage, so what I might do is just do some sort of very rough edit to see what kind of coverage I've got. So I've got the takeoff, a couple of, as you can see, a couple of different attempts at that. I'm keeping the sound down here at the minute so I can hear myself talk. So I've got the basic chase view there, and this is going to really be guided by, the editing on this is going to be guided by keeping that really nice sort of sweeping flyby of the dirt strip and the buildings. And don't forget, this will be in a 16:9 ratio, so the top and the bottom are going to be cropped off. There's no easy way to show this on the preview window with FSX. If I drop this on the timeline, you can see we've got a 16:9 ratio because the project's set up as a HDV. If I drop this on the timeline and then don't scale to frame, so that's kind of how it's going to look. You might not even see that on the video from here. See if we can get that wide passing shot again. Let's just hurry it up. Yeah, so that's going to go well in that ratio. That's a really nice panorama. Incidentally, editing on a triple head to go like this has a lot to recommend it. Premiere Elements 7's not. I don't like the workflow and the way it's laid out here. Actually, it's quite fiddly. Version 3 was a lot better. So let's get back. Let's use a different clip, not that one. Yeah, so that basically shows the engine stop from close up. What else have I got? That's the tower view of the takeoff. Not sure I use that. We get a horrible kind of checkerboard pattern on the long view of the ground textures, so I don't like that very much. Another close-up of the engine. That's the feathered engine out the top of the top window. So I use that as a very just a very short insert. You can see the cowl flaps closing there as well. I'll use that as a detail. Got some interiors. That's from the co-pilot seat, and it's showing the mixture levers. That's just a detail. So we got the dead engines being idle cut off from the mixture. The live engines on full reach for cooling. It's a really gorgeous interior of this cabin. So that's just a very miscellaneous shot looking back at the airfield. More interiors, close up to the gauges. I'm going to be talking in this obviously about the monitoring the temperatures of the engines. You can see here I don't know if you can see it from there, but the left engine cylinder head temperature is pretty close to critical, 230 degrees Celsius there. You don't want to let it get any higher than that. So there'll be inserts again. You're not going to linger on those, obviously, and don't forget most of this is just going to be you're going to see the footage in the background as I'm talking. The talking is the important thing. This is a nice shot. This is a tower shot, zoomed in a bit, very smooth, and against that sky, I think that's going to make a nice shot. Let me just show you a couple more. Here's a no shot. I like this one. This is where the gear's going down. You can see it's over the road, so you can see the cars below. Actually cut into this shot a little bit too late. The gear's already on the way out. But the gear's coming down. You've got cars on that road below, so it's quite a nice shot. And I will be able to crop out probably just those pilots' heads, because remember the ratio is different. You're going to lose the top and the bottom. Let's look at some of the approach shots. Oh yeah, the gear's coming. Another shot of the gear coming down there. So you've got a lot of redundant and duplicate angles here. So I mean, this is good for coverage, but makes it, you know, a bit of a chore in the edit. It's just another alternate shot of the gears down. Again, we're above the road, so it's quite a nice visual thing. But actually, here we're a bit too low over the scenery for that autogen and even the photoreal terrain to look good. It's beginning to be very obvious that photoreal terrain is very blurry, and those autogen trees are very spiky. So that's I'm not going to linger on that. This is an approach shot. This is a high shot, which is actually looks like I'm coming in a lot steeper than I am. What else? A couple more on the approach. That one's from the nose view, and I've kind of looked around just to pick up the shadow. I think I might swivel around just as I come into touchdown. This is a nice, slightly wider touchdown shot. That's pretty good. Got the shadow coming in down here. Got a little bit of weather on, so the shadow is not as clear as it would have been if it had been completely clear. But I've got a bit of haze. You might notice the horizon's kind of soft. Got the visibility to fine day, but the visibility is down at about 40 miles or 30 miles. Now that's actually a pretty perfect flare. There's slightly balloons on the flare, and that's a flare on no power out of something like a 2,000 foot per minute descent, so quite a bit of finesse required on that. So there you go. That's first blood with the filming. I'm not going to show you any of the editing here, because it just gets painfully dull to watch on a blog, but I'm feeling pretty upbeat about it. I've got probably enough to more or less put a circuit together. Scenically it's quite nice, gorgeous airport. Actually, what I forgot, I did try to do some air-to-air footage here using FS Recorder. I'll just show you a little bit of that. What you can do with FS Recorder is you can record two flights and play them back together, record two separate flights. So I could record the cat doing a circuit and then record and then fly after it with a chase plane and record the chase plane as I'm going. You can play back the traffic as I am here. I hope you can see this. I've played back the cat takeoff as traffic, and I'm flying from a chase plane here. This is actually Rick Piper's Chipmunk, and it actually doesn't look smooth here. It's a lot smoother. Let me just show you this in media player. You should see it play back. See, it plays back very smoothly. So that's a point of view shot of the cat takeoff from the cockpit of the Chipmunk. Not sure if we use this actual shot because it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Also questionable that the chase plane would fly this close and over the top there. But there's some good potential there. I've got a couple more shots. I think I've got something of the approach actually. This is just another shot with a chase plane and me flying underneath. That's not bad. Let me show you that one from the in media player. So here I'm just trying basically to catch up with this flying chase plane, trying to fly in formation. It's actually very difficult to do that. Maybe I'll make a video about flying in formation. But that's got potential there as a nice passing shot. Let's just show you one more thing before finishing. See if I've got, I'm sure I shot the approach from the chase plane. Yeah, this is it. Again, I'm going to go straight to the there it is down there. So this is very early on the approach. That's the cat. I'm way behind. There's that gorgeous dirt strip I'm going to be landing on. I'm very high in the Chipmunk. I'm doing 100 knots, well, down to 90. I'm not. It's hard to look at the instruments and look at the where you're going and look at your target at the same time. So I lose it for a bit here. But I'm basically, what I was doing here was I'm dropping the power, going into a massive side slip on the Chipmunk, picking up a lot of speed, just trying to catch up with the cat before it's on final approach, and lose a lot of height as well. I've lost it here as well on the. I think it's just over the scenery there, so it's difficult to pick out. Stop panning around. That's just such a fantastic panorama. What I've really found is flying this chase plane around here is just a brilliant strip to. There it is. There's the cat. Brilliant strip to fly this Chipmunk on from. It's just so panoramic. I might come back to this and make an extra video, another video, some more videos here. There it is. I'm a little bit too far out, but you know, that's a credible chase plane shot. I might use that, and if I like it and it's not close enough, I'll go back and do it again. That's the other thing about this. You know, I said earlier that there's a tendency really to shoot far more stuff than you actually need here to try and get coverage and a lot of choice in the edit. But actually it's much better to shoot minimal stuff first attempt and then go back later and you know, again reshoot them. This is a nice high shot. I'll probably use some variation of this for the approach. This is influenced by, I don't know if you've seen the film 1/6 Left about Van Nuys Airport in Southern California. There's a really nice, one of my favourite shots in that film is it's a DC-3 landing, shot from a helicopter, pretty much that sort of position. So there you go, that was day 21 I think it was with the cat. Started getting some good stuff to work on the edit. Not sure what I'll do next, probably try and cut this together into a rough first cut of the edit, just for that's another nice shot. I'll use that. So that's a sort of, this is a nice kind of shot I use anywhere shot, because there's no ground in sight. You can pretty much use it, you can cut it in anywhere, anywhere where you've got the plane flying right to left. Yeah, there you go, day 21 over and out, because my voice is going.